I quickly learned the level of unfriendly to the small business from banks this month. I was completely surprised. Yeah, it's not easy, and it's only going to get worse, which is why I think if you're a small little person trying to get started, I think one of the the thing that you could do immediately that has the largest return on investment is to educate yourself on coaching people through like the different options available to them in retirement funds. Like right now, there's the self-directed IRA, self-directed 401k for the small business owners or the self-employed, and they can put a decent the self-directed 401k. Last time I checked, I don't keep up with the limits on these things regularly because it's not my area of expertise. But last I checked, small business owners or self-employed could invest or deposit up to like 40 grand on an annual basis into those accounts. Well, if it's self-directed, then they could immediately take those funds and lend those to Norris stocks on a first position mortgage basis. So they're going to be able to get a return. They're going to have security, that collateral, and they're going to be filling a need in the market for those small business owners and those real estate investors starting out because the banks are not unfriendly. However, I think you're also going to be equally surprised on the back end once you wade through yourself, getting through this first property, renovating it. And once you have a stabilized asset, a rental property that's rented out, you can show the bank a 12-month lease. You can show them that it's in fantastic condition. Then they'll lend to you. They'll probably lend to you pretty easily, right? But in that interim, when you're trying to get it established, you're right. It's not necessarily their cup of tea. It's outside of their appetite. If you're starting out, even if you have, a friend or a couple of friends with like $10,000, $15,000 each, I mean, that, I think from my memory, that is about, $30,000 is what you're looking to put into those properties. So those two friends with 15,000, they might not be able to move the needle much on their end with that in the stock market, but with you can give them a sizable return. And for the people that have a smaller amount, I wouldn't necessarily, to your point, the last time, I would not give anybody equity, but you can give people some pretty good returns. You can give them some bonuses. You can somehow structure when you do a refinance, if there's cash out, they get a piece of that. When it comes to private lending, it's truly whatever two people decide to be mutually beneficial. When it comes to institutions and these banks, they're trying to lend on a large scale. So they really use like this cookie cutter format. But when it comes to private lending, peer-to-peer lending, whatever two people can agree upon, they can put in writing that doesn't break any state or federal laws. I mean, you're good to go.
Thanks for watching that clip. I thought that was a good question. And I think you can ask good questions too. Join us every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a live stream Q&A where we answer plenty of questions just like this one. In the meantime, consider subscribing to the channel if you want more of this content. And if you want to increase your deal flow, analyze properties better, and help me feed my family, click the link below for a free 7-day trial of PropStream.